Sagittarius, Everlong Mystic here. Today I am going to do a reading on your wave. So we're just going to look at the high points and the low points of your wave. Maybe get some information on how long between cycles or what the cycle trigger is. Anyway, we're going to get started here. Oh, and you have your Sagittarius, your random surfing lingo word is mush. So mush is when there's a wave that has no energy, so you can't really surf it. It just you can't surf it. It has no, it's like a wave with no juice. And it's weird because when right before I started recording, I got this weird like cold sensation, and I got really tired. So I don't know what's going on with your energy. Okay, so this is your wave. So here we have the shore. This is like the shoreline right here. So this is what helps you stay grounded. And we have the Ace of Swords. Right on. Ground yourself in the truth. I like that. That's pretty cool. So ground yourself in the truth, Sagittarius. The truth shall set you free. All right, so low point. This is the trough. So low point, we have death as the low point. So endings. So endings are hard for you, especially if it's a literal death, like like a death of a loved one or something. Those seem to hit you really hard, and it's definitely a low point. But I'm also seeing this as change. Like, I don't know, like there's some kind of fear. There's some kind of fear with this. Fear of change. So what about your crest? What's the high point here? 9 of Spears. Wow, this kind of feels like a major conquering. I'm not really getting the typical nine of spears, or I guess it's wands, the 9 of wands energy here. It feels like I mean, he's kind of tired, he's on his knees, but like he did it. Like, you finished, you did it, and the path is clear to go, right? So it's like clearing a path. So when you're riding your wave, your low point is dealing with endings, and then you rise to find this path for yourself, which is really cool. And now let's look at a future low point. A future low point. We have 4 of Swords. That is so weird. Look at your low points here. Your first low point is death, right? And it almost looks like, is that Odin? It looks like he's missing an eye. and then we have 4 of Swords, which is like final rest. Like it's a cemetery. So it's again being haunted by the death of someone that you love. I wonder if that's why I was getting the cold chills. That could very well be why I was getting the cold chills. Okay. So in the future, there's some kind of experience that you will have, or something that affects you, involving the memory or the essence of a loved one that has passed. Oh, and I'm getting the cold chills again. All right. Okay. It's so weird when I feel what I'm reading. All right. Well, then, what's the next? What's the next crest? The next high point here. Ooh, lovely. So you have Six of Cups, and in this deck, I'm not feeling the whole nostalgia, reminiscence kind of thing. I'm kind of like feeling you. This kind of looks like coming out of your shell. She's standing in this shell, and she's completely naked, like vulnerable, just being her true self, and really enjoying it, like feeling like it's a safe place. So that's a really nice future crest for you, Sagittarius, is being able to be yourself in a safe, like a safe place. It's really nice. I like that. This seems it's weird because this future crest of yours, it feels very gentle and loving and soft. And like this crest right here, like this more present momenty ish, this feels like worn out, but you finally made it. Like you finally did it, Sagittarius. Wow. Okay, so let's take a look at the time. Let's take a look at the time between the wavelength. We're going to look at the wavelength here, and it's basically the time between crests, or the time between the troughs, the lows, like the cycle. And so we have Queen of Spears here. So there is some kind of fire element to your cycle, like what triggers your cycle. I need more information. Rarely do I ever get an actual time frame, but there is an element of fire here. I almost wonder if it's like, is it during Aries season? Is that kind of like your change point when you switch gears, like to the new wave? I mean, that's common for a lot of people. Okay, the springtime, and some people force it, but some people just, use the energy because it's present, King of Cups. Oh, okay. This is weird. It's telling me how you act during the cycle changes. It's not telling me. Okay, so this is how this is kind of like how you are during the cycle change, or like when it change, when from cycle to cycle. It's like you embody this Queen of Spears energy, where you kind of like get this burst of creativity, you get this burst of like wanting to do something, and but then you also maintain like this King of Cups kind of like calm, cool, collected exterior. It's like you can feel it's like you can feel it brewing, if that makes any sense. But that's how you know that your wave cycle is changing, whether you're going from, crest to crest or trough to trough. Like it's whatever triggers this cycle change is this feeling inside you, where you can feel something kind of bubbling or brewing, but you in a sense kind of keep it to yourself a little bit. It's weird. It's like the Queen of Spears. She it's like she knows what it feels like to experience that crest, that high feeling, right? But she's sitting down, and she's still, like mature about it. But it's like kind of like the same thing with the King of Cups. It's like he's sitting in a chair, in a stormy sea, right? And that could represent the lows, right? But he's calm, he's sitting down, he's being really adult about it. So it's like this, it's like the calm before the storm, but I can't tell what the storm is, only you can. Like, cause like sometimes when you get this feeling of like, sometimes I kind of just write it off as my higher self being excited for me. But like sometimes you get like this weird anxiety or like this weird excitement, and you don't know if it's something good that's gonna happen or something bad that's gonna happen. It could be that feeling. It's like that same feeling, like when you switch from low to high or high to low or something like that. That's interesting though. It's a similar feeling, but you react the same way. You probably already know what it is, like how you can probably already detect it if you just sit back and think about it for a little bit. All right, we're going to get you an oracle card to see if there's any advice for dealing with the lows, because there's death, there's change, there's final resting, loss, that kind of thing. These are major lows for you, and I just want to see if we can get an oracle card just to get you any advice or something for the lows. These cards are too big. All right. So we have love is in the air. Everything is perfectly balanced. Well, isn't that sweet? Okay. Here's the card. Now, the first thing that popped in my head, that's so funny. The first thing that popped in my head when I saw this was the cat and the dog playing together. Then it reminded me of Ghostbusters when he's like, it's mass hysteria, dogs and cats living together. Like it's just all mayhem. And that could be how you feel when you experience these lows, like, oh my gosh, everything's chaos. I can't, I need to get my shit together, blah blah blah, that kind of thing. But like this little message here of everything is perfectly balanced is true. It's very true, because this is your wave, Sagittarius. It's like your wave, it's perfectly balanced. Your highs are the same. You're not the same, but like these are your highs and these are your lows, and you go between the lows and the highs, the lows and the highs. It's not like you're always on the highs, you're not always on the lows, so it is perfectly balanced. And I do like that this dog and cat, they're all balanced, right? On Jupiter here. That's pretty cool, because what is it? Is Jupiter still in Pisces? Yeah. I like that. So just remember the balance. Remember that, you know, for every down there's an up. All right, Sagittarius. This is your this is your wave message. I hope it helped you in some way, and I thank you for embracing your inner mystic, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Sag.